Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
A good night's sleep is linked to women having a better sex life. In related news, my wife is an insomniac. The world's first weed-seeded perfume is here. It's called Eau de Post Malone. Lamar Odom laughed at the idea of a Kardashian curse that affects men who date women in the family. Then he took a hit off a crack pipe and continued training for his celebrity boxing match against Aaron Carter.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Here's the situation. Yesterday, I go to lunch at Wendy's, and there's a long line at the drive-thru. A long line, and the woman in front of me got her nose buried in her cell phone in the car. All right, I get it. The line's long, blah, blah, blah. But cars start moving in front of her, opening up to a car length, then to 2 car lengths. She's still not moving. I wait like a minute, and finally I'm like, I better let her know. Beep, beep. Still nothing. No reaction from her as far as that. I know she's alive. I see her head moving, but she's not moving up in her car. After another 30, 40 seconds, I'm like, you know what? Fine. Right around her in the line. Now she wakes up. Now she notices. Laying on the horn, flipping me off. I lean out the window and I calmly say, I didn't have time to wait for you to wake up. You snooze, you lose, I guess. Does that make me a jerk? Facebook.com/angry prospector. Guy says, yeah, but now you have her order. Oh, no, Guy. This all happened before the ordering point. Jill, no, she's a jerk. You should not be on the phone for any reason when you're at the wheel. Mine's in silent, in my purse, no distractions. I can wait till I reach my destination. Joe, no, on this one, she was the jerk for not being considerate of those behind her. What do you think?
Prospector?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You're in the right.
I'm in the right on this one, huh?
I think you waited too long. Prospector, I have one important question to ask you.
Okay.
Did you screw up the order of the line?
No, because it was pre the ordering point. We were before we hit the microphone, so we're okay.
You were not a jerk then. Well deserved, my friend, and well played, by the way.
Hey, Prospector.
Yo.
You are not a jerk.
Not a jerk here, huh?
No, I would have gotten out of my car, reached in the window, took her phone, smashed it on the floor, and said, have a nice day, and went around her.
Sally, no, you're not a jerk this time. Some people need to put their phones down for a while, especially while they're driving. And Despina, I believe that's how you say your name. What if you got out of your car and asked if she was okay? You never know what personal battles people are fighting. That's true, but I don't think I can muster up that kind of compassion when I'm that hangry and I'm waiting in line. Does it make me a jerk?
Yeah, this one you are a jerk on.
I am?
Can you get there any faster?
I did get there faster than she, because she wasn't moving.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you would have waited while, I got to hear right.
Prospector.
Yes, sir.
Hey, first and foremost, my condolences on the loss of your mentor there.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Because I always appreciated listening to them for years, as I do appreciate listening to you and talking to you. But to answer your question, no, you're not a jerk. Because I'll tell you what, I figure any time that is absolutely mine is precious. And look, if you want to sit there on your phone and not pay attention to the real world, you know what? If I had a monster truck, I'd probably run over you.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A guy who's terminally ill went to a restaurant in Tennessee last week, paid for 2 others' tables' orders, and left his servers a $1,000 tip. He said he wanted to stay anonymous, but told them he wants to use the time he has left spending his money on other people.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. Social media gave everyone a voice. Wouldn't it be better if some people had laryngitis? It's the wisdom of Twitter. The most amazing tweets of the week on Rock 107.
At What Are Movies asks, is The Hunger Games based on a true story? Never Saw a Fire says, has anyone else noticed there's still fire hydrants around, like, everywhere? At Can't Read Maps, watching all the people in Houston, we should let them into America so they don't have to suffer.
The wisdom of Twitter.
At Jennifer1991 says, I'm going to be an uncle. Ben and Sal are having a baby boy. Too stupid to exist writes, just mailed my goldfish to Cash for Gold. Can't wait to get my money from it. I'm going to be rich. Animal Lover says, no need to rescue dogs. Dogs can swim. Didn't you ever hear the doggy paddle?
The wisdom of Twitter.
Mind Blown 88 writes, whoa, the twins are having their birthday on the same day. Failed Social Studies says, I just found out Muslim's a religion. All this time I was searching the globe because I thought it was a country. And Nimrod585 says, to all the hunters who kill animals for food, shame on you. Go to the store and buy the meat that was made there, where no animals were harmed. There you have it. The dumbest people posting the dumbest stuff. The wisdom of Twitter on Rock 107. It's now time to announce the winner of Tuesday's Yam Bag of the Day as decided by you.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
See, Denny's, this is what happens when you don't stay open all night. There's a Denny's in Evansville, Indiana that closes at 11 p.m. And on Wednesday around 2 a.m., two guys took advantage of those hours and broke into the place. They headed right into the kitchen to make themselves eggs. Once they were done with their eggs, they left. But then they went back around 3 in the morning to make more eggs. During that second trip, someone from Denny's showed up to confront them. The police report doesn't say how the person knew about the break-in, but the guys took off. Cops are looking for them, and they could get hit with misdemeanor theft and trespassing charges. Denny's estimated their total loss at $1.
Nominee number 2.
Hey, remember that woman who put Gorilla Glue in her hair? That was either like 2 months or 17 years ago. I don't know. It's hard to tell these days, but we've got another glue disaster for you today. There's a woman from Redford, Michigan, and last week she fell asleep with contact lenses in. She woke up around 1 in the morning with really dry eyes, so she reached into her purse for eye drops. But she accidentally grabbed her bottle of fingernail glue instead and put a drop of that in her eye. Her eye immediately sealed shut. She tried to flush it with water, but it was staying shut. Her husband called 911. She was rushed to the hospital. Fortunately, the doctors were able to get her eye open, the contact lens out. They say the contact saved her from any serious damage. Even though she lost a few eyelashes, she will not lose her vision.
And the winner is...
the two guys who broke into Denny's twice in the overnight hours to make themselves some eggs. You're facing misdemeanor theft charges and trespassing charges for what amounts to $1. Way to go, guys. You're the Yam Bags of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Stay tuned for more nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day
number
right
3.
here on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app powered by Vape Dragons, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.